Welcome students. Today we are going to start our part 3rd from language of chemistry. So students, in part 2nd we completed about the characteristics of chemical reaction with the examples. Now students, in the part 2nd also that topic we completed about the balanced chemical equation and unbalanced chemical equation. So students, first, which is the balanced chemical equation. The total number of atoms on reactant side is equal to the total number of atoms on product side. That form of chemical equation is called as a balanced chemical equation. And students, opposite to this balanced chemical equation, that is the skeletal equation. It is also called as a unbalanced chemical equation. In this chemical equation, the total number of atoms on reactant side is not equal to the total number of atoms on product side. That's why this is called as a unbalanced chemical equation, or it is also called as a skeletal equation. Now students, what we learn about the balanced chemical equation? So that why it is important to balance the chemical equation, this topic we are going to start, and our new topic is that next topic, the need for balancing chemical equation. So why it is important, why we have to balance the chemical equation? Listen concentrately. A chemical equation needs to be balanced as to make the number of atoms on reactant side and the number of product side both are equal. So it is because the reason is behind this, a chemical reaction is just a rearrangement of atoms. The atoms are taking part in chemical reaction. We learn about the John Dalton atomic theory. So this is very important point about the John Dalton suggested that the atoms are taking part in chemical reaction. So that atoms only themselves are neither be created nor be destroyed during the course of chemical reaction. That is why we have to balance the chemical equation. This is the law of conservation of matter. Students, if it is asked in exam, what is the law of conservation of matter? The law of conservation of matter states that the atoms themselves are neither be created nor be destroyed in the process of chemical reaction. Why it is important to balance the chemical reaction? This is also having the reason because a chemical reaction is a just rearrangement of atoms, and we have to follow the law of conservation of matter. Therefore, it is very important to balance the chemical equation. So that is why student we have to write down hydrogen react with chlorine, it form hydrogen chloride. So how we are writing? H2 plus Cl2, and the form product is the 2HCl. Why? Because we have to balance the chemical equation. Total number of atoms. Here also you see hydrogen atom 2, chlorine atom 2 on reactant side. Here you see chlorine product side hydrogen chloride 2HCl. So 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. That is why it is called as a balanced chemical equation. Now students, our next topic is that which are the significance of this balanced chemical equation, that we have to going to learn. The significance of balanced chemical equation. A balanced chemical equation is a wonderful way of representing a lot of information in a concise manner. The first significance, it shows which substances are taking part in a chemical reaction and what products are obtained as a result of it. This is called as a qualitative estimation. Second significance, it shows both the number of molecules and the number of atoms involved in the reaction. The third significance, it enables us to calculate the actual amount, that is the mass of reactants and the mass of the products involved and formed in the reaction, that is called as a quantitative form. And if atomic mass of each the elements in the reaction is known, then we are able to calculate the mass of reactants also and product also. This balanced chemical equation makes the study of chemistry universally standardized. So we are going to start this example. With the help of this example, I will explain. Example is that magnesium react with oxygen, forming magnesium oxide. So how we will write this in form of chemical reaction? 2Mg plus O2, then we have to give the arrow. The new product is the 2MgO. What you will understand from this chemical equation, dear students? This chemical equation indicates that the first point, magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Second, two monoatomic molecules. See here, 2Mg. Two mono means single. Atom means that atom present. So, two monoatomic molecules of magnesium. Both information we are getting. How many atoms and how many molecules? See, that is the reason only. So, that magnesium combines with one diatomic molecule of oxygen to produce two molecules of magnesium oxide. Our product is magnesium oxide. The third one, the atomic mass of magnesium is 24 atomic mass unit and that of oxygen is 16 atomic mass unit. So from this example, how you will calculate all about the total mass of this reactant side and product side, that we are going to calculate. The first step is that total mass of magnesium taking part in the reaction is that 2 multiplied by 24 is equal to 24 to the 48 units. Why here students we have to multiply by 2? Because here 2 Mg, 2 magnesium, that 2 monoatomic molecules of magnesium is there. That's why we have to multiply by 2. For oxygen, it is also 2 multiplied by 16 is equal to 32. 16 to the 32. That is why 32 units. Why again here we multiply by 2? Because the oxygen, that diatomic oxygen one molecule is there. Di means two atoms are present. That's why. So, the mass of magnesium oxide form is that 2MgO. So 2 we have to keep as it is. 24 plus 16 is equal to 80 units. So students, 48 units of magnesium combines with 32 units of oxygen to produce 80 units of magnesium oxide. This is also in accordance with law of conservation of matter, because total mass of reactants is equal to total mass of product. Here we are following the law of conservation of mass. It is stated in that way, matter neither be created nor be destroyed in chemical reaction. Same way, that is only, it is also stated like that only. The total number of mass on reactant side is equal to the total mass on product side. So total mass of reactant is equal to total mass of product. It is like that, this law we have to follow. So dear students, here we completed. So what is the need of balanced chemical equation and which are the significance of this balanced chemical equation? So if the equation is skeletal form or unbalanced chemical equation, we have to balance that chemical equation. It is very important because we have to follow the law of conservation of matter. That is the reason only. Now students, if we have to balance the chemical equation, so how to balance the chemical equation? We have to learn about this. So our next step is like that only. So the next step we have to learn how to balance the chemical equation. One by one I will explain with the help of this step. A chemical equation is balanced by taking the following steps in given examples. Example number 1. Burning of magnesium in the presence of oxygen. Magnesium burns in oxygen to give magnesium oxide. This is the word equation like that. Magnesium plus oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Formulae for the reactants are Mg and O2. And formula for the product is MgO. But it is skeletal equation. Mg plus O2, it form MgO. See students, Mg is one atom, oxygens two atoms on reactant side, and in product side MgO. So Mg is also one atom and oxygen is also one atom. So this we have to balance this equation. So how? Step first for balancing the chemical equation. Step first, count the number of atoms of each element on either side. It is convenient to start balancing with the compound that contains the maximum number of atoms. So first we have to count the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side. First reactant side, magnesium is 1, oxygen is 2. Number of atoms of each element on the product side, that is magnesium is 1, oxygen is 1. Therefore, we can see that there is an extra oxygen atom present on reactant side. Now steps 2, what we have to do here? Multiply the product side by 2. We have to multiply product side, so 2 MgO. Because there are 2 atoms of oxygen present on the reactant side. So now we have to again count that magnesium is 1, oxygen is 2, and magnesium now it is 2 and oxygen is 2. But this means that there is now one extra atom of magnesium present on right hand side, that is the product side. Now step third, what we have to do? Multiply the magnesium atom on the left hand side by 2. That is 2 Mg plus O2. The product is 2 MgO. This equation now students, it is the balance equation because the number of atoms on reactant side, see, Mg also 2, oxygen is also 2. Product side, magnesium is also 2 and oxygen is also 2. So step third, multiply hydrogen on the left hand side by 2. So 2H2 plus O2, it will give the 2H2O. Now students, this equation is called as a balanced chemical equation and it is written as 2H2 plus O2, 2H2O. So students, here you will understand how to balance the chemical equation step by step. You will understand with these steps only. First, always remember we have to count the number of atoms on reactant side and product side. Then we have to see that where we have to multiply the number, and always remember up to that we have to multiply the number where the total number of atoms on reactant side and the total number of atoms on product side should be both are equal. That time only it will be the balanced chemical equation. So students, here we completed our part 3rd from the lesson Language of Chemistry. Thank you.